This is the Vincent Bach 43 bell, 25 lead pipe, reverse tuning slide, medium large bore trumpet. As far as Bach trumpets go, obviously they're the kind of gold standard here in America, and they have been for many decades. And so this is a fairly standard lead horn. It looks the part, it's very much a commercial trumpet with this reverse setup. But in any case, this is going on display at Clearwater Music, and before it goes on display, I am playtesting it, and surprise, it is a lot of fun. So some general playability impressions. Of course, this is a good horn. It's a Bach. You expect that. It's not far and away better than anything I've necessarily ever tried. It's similar in feel to my Yamaha, but a little bit more open because of the 459 bore. That's a medium large size, and Bach's general standard, whereas Yamaha's medium bores run towards 444. That's quite a large difference for trumpets. So this does feel a little bit more open, but it makes the slots a little bit more loose, and that's also exacerbated by the fact that there's a reverse lead pipe tuning setup here. And so what that results in is, of course, it's a very fat sound through all the registers. Some of the pitches do feel a little bit unstable, but what I like is that you don't have to use a whole bunch of crazy alternate fingerings in the upper register, especially double A slotting on 1 and 2. That's definitely a plus on a trumpet like this. On my Yamaha, it definitely prefers first valve, to be honest, and that's just something that certain horns and certain mouthpiece combinations with horns will show. This is a Bach 1. It's pretty large and pretty deep, so not exactly a lead mouthpiece by any stretch, but, together they make a really nice, fat, commercial-type sound, a lot of sizzle, a lot of higher overtones. It's a lot of fun to play, and you really get a lot of sound out of it. So when I've got a good horn in my hands, it is mandatory that I test this lick so that I can see how the double A flat is. For on most horns, it is an absolute stinker, so we'll see how this one does. So honestly, all the notes slot pretty well on this thing. My biggest complaint would probably be double B flat. A and G sharp are pretty good on this horn with conventional fingerings. G sharp is always hit or miss. A flat, whatever you call it. It's always hit or miss, pretty much no matter the horn. It is my kryptonite note. But honestly, everything slots really well up there. I think I've tested just about all the major notes, and there's no real complaints to be had there. So this horn, of course, excels in lead and big band playing. I really think it's capable of soaring over an ensemble, which is what you expect from this kind of a price point, but nonetheless, I think this is a really good option for someone who likes playing slightly larger and more open setups. Generally, if you're looking for something on the tighter side, that Yamaha shoehorn I play is a really good option, but if you're not about that medium bore, then this is definitely a good way to go with similar mileage all the way through all the registers. This is really not too different in feel from what I generally play. So for me, it feels like familiar territory, and I'm sure for most players, it's a good bridge between the classical, Bach 37s and 72s and, the Yamaha shoehorns. This trumpet exhibits really remarkable control and facility over the kind of thing you heard in the intro clip, which was kind of softer, more sensitive, smokier type playing, especially in the lower register. You really don't get that on every horn. So when someone like me who struggles with the low register and getting a nice sound down there finds something like that, it really means a lot. So that's a real strength of this horn, in my opinion, even if it is supposed to be kind of a balls to the wall screamer horn. If you've got the budget for it, and if you're looking for a nice open horn with fairly loose slots that you could do a lot with, as compared to a Bach 37, this is definitely a good way to go for you Bach loyalists. I hope you enjoyed this brief review. Reviews from here on out are going to be kind of short if I'm in a music store practice room just demoing a horn, because I don't have the time to put in a whole bunch of research or talk specs for 10 hours, but I hope you enjoyed, and until the next time, we'll see you on the flip side.